The antidote to this virus is the human spirit.
Eating bats for lunch or dinner or even for breakfast and many other animals don't cause pandemics.
And as some countries come out of lockdown and come out of these measures, they can offer hope to communities who are entering into epidemic situations.
It doesn't matter whether you're in a developed country or a developing country, locking down an economy creates insolvency.
There's no room in the world for billions of opinions on this.
During their weekly press briefings, the World Health Organization here in Geneva addressed the so-called reopening of some countries, admonishing that not all restrictions should be relaxed.
But our common commitment to basic measures such as cleaning hands and physical distancing cannot be relaxed. Nor can the commitment to the tools that are the foundation of the response to find, isolate, test, and care for every case and trace every contact.
And as some countries come out of lockdown and come out of these measures, they can offer hope to communities who are entering into epidemic situations. Learn lessons from what everyone has done, transfer resources, and help other countries to fight the fight they have to fight.
Aside the fight against the virus, for many countries as a result of lockdowns, their biggest fight is against unemployment, production and trade loss, which already caused severe economical damages in the billions and more in the near future.
I would start by saying it doesn't matter whether you're in a developed country or a developing country, locking down an economy creates insolvency. And what we're going to see is a rise in unemployment and a loss of jobs, liquidity issues at the firm level, and the longer the lockdown lasts, the more probability of insolvency.
Many people's opinion is that the lockdowns were not necessary, blaming now their governments for the aftermath.
Okay, well, first of all, I'd say there's no room in the world for billions of opinions on this. I think that we have good advice from medical experts, public health experts, and scientists to say that before we can open up fully, that we need to see a dramatic decrease in the number of new infections in an area and also the number of deaths due to COVID-19, and not to depend on our own or other people's personal opinions on this.
The number one hot topic, though, remains whether the consumption of bats in China has caused this pandemic. The World Health Organization seemed to have the answer.
This is a coronavirus, and coronaviruses circulate in bats. And so there's an ancestral link to bats, and that is something that we know based on the genetic sequences of this virus and other coronaviruses that circulate globally.
But there are also many ecologists and scientists saying there's no definite evidence that the virus passed directly from bats to humans, but instead through an intermediate host, the pangolin. On February 24th, China announced a permanent ban on wildlife consumption and trade. Nonetheless, for many, the conclusion is that those who ate the bats brought the pandemic into this world.
First of all, eating bats for lunch or dinner or even for breakfast and many other animals don't cause pandemics. The pandemics are caused by the fact that there are viruses and there are other bacteria and other disease agents that are living inside animals as well as in humans. And many times we can live with them without any symptoms or without getting sick. But certain diseases, when they cross over from the animal to the human, may make humans very sick. And that's why it's so important for us to be sure that when we're preparing foods, that we cook them properly. You know, we have trichinosis that's in pigs. We don't say you can't eat any pigs anymore, but we say make sure it's cooked properly. We have intestinal bacteria from chickens, and so we don't say don't eat chickens at all. We say make sure you're carefully washing the chickens and you carefully disinfect any of the surfaces where these chickens were before they were cooked.
The antidotes to this virus are national unity and global solidarity. The antidote to this virus is the human spirit.
Let's hope that this human spirit urges everyone to be cautious and to follow the protective guidelines. In closing, we give the floor to the world's most powerful expert on bats and protection.
Wear a mask. The mask's not for you. It's to protect the people you care about.